that's what made me sort of go on and do this deadlift in front of Arnold. And then I think 3 months later, I pulled 463 for a new world record. And this is where the 500 kilo started, where I believed I could pull 500 kilo off the floor. And that's when I started putting the statements out. So as I say, once I pulled the 463 at the World Deadlift Champs 2015, I went to the promoters and said, I want to pull 500 kilo. It was that magic number, you know. I mean, when I pulled, in 2015, when I pulled 463, I was, I think, 26 years old, I think. Would that be right? And I thought to myself, I'm capable of pulling 500 kilo off the floor, so why would I risk missing doing that opportunity in my lifetime just for money, just for that, you know, doing a world record every year? And I thought to myself, let's up the ante. Let's up the ante. Let's step it up. Let's go something special. I wanted to do something even more extraordinary. I want to be the first man to pull half a ton, the first man to pull 1,100 pounds off the floor. And it just became so obsessive. I set off on this journey to pull 500 kilo off the floor, and I'm 37 kilos away from the world record, which is, I think it was over 8%. It's like Usain Bolt taking nearly a second off the 100 meters. You know, it's pretty special. And if I'm being dead honest, you know, I did it for money, but I did it for not a greed reason. I did it for money because I needed money to become the world's strongest man. And I don't think people realize that to be the top pro strongman, how expensive it is. You know, I was spending £300 a week on food. I was doing at least £250 a week on physiotherapy. Another £300 a week on recovery treatments, you know, like cryotherapy and hyperbaric chambers and shockwave treatments. I mean, all in, I was spending £800 a week on my body, and that's and when you say that, it's like fucking hell. But then when you actually break it down, people don't quite realise what that is. You know, that's not the mortgage, that's not the wife, that's not the cars, that's just me. £800 a week to be a pro strongman. And my savings were quickly running out. And I thought, you know, I saved up enough money to quit my job and sell the door business. And I thought, I'm never going to win the world's strongest man unless I can top my bank balance up and be able to take myself all the way. So it was for money. It was to fuel my career. And that was where the inspiration came from for the 500 kilo deadlift, was I needed the money to take myself to that #1 spot. And obviously, you know, I set off on this year-long journey from 15 to 16, and exactly a year to train for it. And I went off in the gym, and I couldn't get anywhere near it. You know, the most I ever pulled in the gym was 454 kilo. That's the most I'd ever pulled in the gym. So I go on this year-long journey, and I'm in the gym, and I'm pulling weights, and every week I'm getting more and more frustrated with myself. And then 6 months in, I'm like, shit, I've made a mistake here. I can't pull 500 kilo off the floor. The actual scenario is something that I cannot talk about because it's very dark, very deep, very disturbing, but it's something that triggered me. It's something that after months and months and months of talking about the worst scenario you could possibly be in and creating a pinch point on the back of my hand just before I walk out to the crowd, that put my body and mind in this different place. When I got strapped onto the bar, I get the straps on and I start rocking it back and forth, and just before I lift, I close my eyes, completely shut, they're shut tight, and I just start lifting. And I watch the footage back, and it's actually quite scary to see because my eyes open, but I'm not looking at anything. My eyes open, not on purpose, and my eye colour changes. And you can see it on camera, my eyes change colour. And I pull and pull and pull, and I don't remember doing the lift at all. All I remember is waking up at the top of the lift. And the reason is, I wasn't in that arena. I was off on that motorway lifting a car off my kids. It was such a hard thing to do. And it really, to do that, you know, to lift that half a ton off the floor and put your mind elsewhere, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. It really was, mentally. more than physically. I'm doing all these lifts in the gym, and I never went above 450. But I'm doing my routine, you know, I'm stamping up and down the gym, I'm hiding in the toilets, pretending that's the toilet in the arena. And then I kick the door off the hinges, come out, stomp into the center of the gym like it was the arena, and I'm ripping onto the bar and I'm attacking it. Everything's exactly the same. I'm doing the same touches, I'm doing everything. And that was all just practice. That was all going through the motions, getting my body through the motions, making sure everything's in line, making sure it touches my shin, making sure the straps are right, making sure the suit's right. Until I actually got locked onto that bar and I started pulling and my eyes shut, that's when I blacked out. And that's when I just woke up at the top of the lift and sort of looked around and just that pure enjoyment for that split second. And then bam, bar goes down, I go down with it. I remember my only sort of memory is I'm looking down at the ground and I can just see a puddle of blood just forming very quickly. You know, like a good litre of blood on the floor, and it was pissing out my nose, like unreal, coming out the face.